Hello everybody, welcome to another Making Monday Lovable video. Today I wanted to share with you some thoughts about specific words, and those words are boredom or boring, being bored. And it recently just came up to me that I feel that I have a little bit of an, problem or issue with these words. First of all, I don't like them. I don't say the word I'm bored or this is boring. It doesn't occur to me to say that. I don't feel like this. So there is no point for me to even use these words and these phrasings to express any state of mind that I have. And when observing my surroundings or people, or the way people talk even with each other, when I'm not actively participating, just by observing my surrounding, I see that it's often used. People say like, oh, I was so bored, oh, this is boring. And it's usually with a very negative connotation, usually, not always. People are being a bit annoyed, frustrated, don't like a certain situation, a certain person, a certain circumstance they are in or somebody else is in. And usually it has to do with, like, it is the case when nothing is happening. When people say I'm bored, this is boring, and often also in the context of like, oh, I had this vacation only after 3 weeks. I felt like I finally calmed down and I was bored. So then this is where new ideas happened, and often also there is this saying or this thing going around where. With which I actually resonate very much, 100%, where it said, these new ideas and revolutionary things and thoughts pop up when you're bored or having boredom, experiencing boredom. In German, it's called Langeweile. If I would translate this, it's translated to long moment, long while. And to me, that's very interesting, because basically this type of, when someone feels bored, it's a while or a moment in time that it's long enough for the person to feel like something is missing, I'm lacking some kind of input, and I'm bored, I have nothing to do, I don't know what to do and how to do. And to me, personally, I completely can't understand this. How can anybody in the world be bored and not have anything to do? Specifically in this privileged in societies that we live in, or that I live in. I have all the options and possibilities that I could wish for, and I could go for a run, go for a walk, I could cook something, I could watch a stupid series, I can do whatever I want. At any time point. So there's this massive thing of this bunch, this whole blob of all the things one can do. So how can one possibly get bored? Now the question is, maybe that's not the point. Maybe in the case when people say things like from a negative perspective, like, oh, I'm bored, I don't know what to do, or they are alone, or have nothing active to do. Maybe it's because I don't know from which angle to go towards this, because I'll go back a little bit, because of all these blobs of things that one can do. This is very active things. These are things one can do and participate in. But the thing is, that's not the only thing. There's also the option to not do any of it, to just be in the moment, to maybe think, to feel, to perceive, to observe, to calm down, to be still, to just breathe and not do. And I think that's the key. And that's labeled as boredom, as being boring. While to me, it's just another thing I can do or be in. I love these moments where I'm calm and quiet, and there's a stillness around, where I don't have 50,000 things to do, and the options, I still can do things. But sometimes it's great to not do these things. We live in a society where everything needs to go fast and quick and efficient and productive, and constantly like work. Everything needs to be hard. You need to really deserve it. Everything is like kind of painful, and the longer you work, the better it is. The less time you have, the better it is, because you're busy. You have no time for anything. You're busy. You're important. You feel worthy. And then these things fall apart, fall away because of whatever circumstance, and then you are there with nothing. And then you're bored. How can it can't be to me, because it's actually a moment where you can breathe and relax and not hustle and go about everything. So I would love to, I mean, for me personally, this is why for me these times are just calming down, relaxing, not doing anything specific, but I never use the word boredom or boringness. Or I'm bored, because in these moments, that's what it says. It's exactly where I think about new things. Things just randomly pop up. I'm completely in a different state of mind, and then everything gets processed subconsciously and things pop up. Ideas, projects, thoughts, feelings. Maybe even like conversation that I had that I just go through again. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. But these things this is something that's for me super important. And these moments of stillness and calmness and just introspection, they are so valuable, and they have nothing to do with being boring or being bored or boredomness. I don't think so. So I would love that this word would just be replaced with stillness, calmness, introspection, getting back to yourself. But I also think that a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people are afraid to be in their own minds, in their own feelings, to reflect, self-reflect, question, because then they might realize, oh, I hate this job that I'm in. What to do? I can't do. I don't know what to do after, so I better go for it. A lot of unpleasant things can come up in these moments of stillness. And if you're not ready to handle them, well, yeah, then you better throw another layer of things on top of you that you don't have to deal with all of these things, and then you're basically bored. Maybe some people just don't have these introspective moments that they feel could be of value. I don't know. But the other argument, when people say only after 3-4 weeks I really calm down, I mean, it would be horrible for me personally if I would only once a year have the option to calm down, to feel this stillness or boredom, what people say, to finally come up with new ideas. What a waste of time and life. Because what if we would train to have these moments of stillness and calmness regularly throughout the day, the week? And I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it at all whatsoever, but what if these moments of calming down and relaxing and stillness and introspection would be sprinkled throughout our life? We would regularly have new ideas coming up, new thoughts. We would be able to feel more relaxed and calm, and not just in this hustling and grinding mode. So these moments, either whatever you want to call it, boredom, I mean, it would be, or stillness, keep them coming all the time. So then you're not burned out so much and looking forward for this once a year big vacation. I think it's important to stay, to sustainably stay at a state where we can kind of continue with life, because ideally we would stay for several more decades, right? So yeah, these are my thoughts on the words boredom and boring. I wish you a nice Monday and a great week, and feel free to share with me what you think about that, and talk to you next week. Bye bye.